form is y equals mx plus b, where m is what?
The slope.
The slope. And what is the slope again?
Rise over run.
Very good. Rise over run, which is delta y over delta x, because you remember that delta means change. And that means if it's a change, it's y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay. And 0 comma b is the?
Y-intercept.
Very good. Now, why do we love this form so much? Because it makes our lives extremely easy. Why does it make our lives extremely easy?
We can solve problems.
Because nobody's are you filming?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna go to that. So, since it's filming, I'm gonna erase this. So, because what do you need to draw a line? A straight line. You either need 2 points, or that's like what you need is 2 points. Now, how can you attain those 2 points? Well, they can either give you the 2 points, or they can give you 1 point and slope and the slope. Because if they give you a point and a slope, this would be your starting point. You apply the slope, which is a set of instructions on how to move, and you find the second point. Once you find the second point, you connect it with a ruler, and you've got yourself a straight line. Or they can give you the y-intercept, which is a point, and the slope, which is a set of instructions to get a second point. So either way, you need 2 points. Now, why is that one so easy? Because the y-intercept is your starting point. You remember all of this? So,
Can we just do an example?
yes, I'm going.
Yes.
So, if we have, for example, something else before I continue. Yeah, for example, 2x plus y equals 4. Y equals minus 2x plus 4.
M equals negative 2 over 1. If y-intercept equals 0, comma 40. B equals 40.
Okay, so that is easy. It's very easy to draw. You start out here, y, x, 0 comma 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's here, right? That's your starting point. And then it tells you to go down. It tells you to go down 2, 1, 2, and
1 to the right.
there you go. You can graph it really, really easy. Now, this is kid stuff. This is from 8th and 9th. You guys are in 10th, so it's going to get a little bit more complicated. How? You've done it before. Except now, they assume you already know it. So, don't forget a couple of things. First thing you have to, not right now, Philip, I'm sorry. Not right now, Philip, I'm sorry. If the lines are parallel, the slope of one with respect to the other, what happens if two lines are parallel? The slope is exactly the same. Otherwise it would intersect, correct? So if two lines are parallel, their slopes are the same. That means that if they give me a line that is parallel to this one. Give me a line that is parallel to that one.
Minus 2x.
Plus 4.
Plus 8. Plus 3. Plus 1/2. All of these are parallel to this one. Because they have the exact same slope. Exactly.
Also, if it can be any y-intercept, but it has the same slope.
They are parallel. If they are not parallel, if they are perpendicular,
1 over...
then M1 and M2 are negative reciprocals of each other. So M1 is going to equal -1 over M2, and vice versa. Okay? Meaning, give me a line that is perpendicular to this one.
It's the opposite of each other.
Y equals
mx plus b.
1 over 2x.
1 over 2.
No,
No,
One
plus
over
one.
two.
How-
1 over 2
2x
x,
plus.
whatever.
Oh yeah.
Plus
Okay?
b.
Why 1/2 and not negative 1/2?
Because it's
Because if
separate.
it's a negative reciprocal, when I multiply, what do I have to get as a result? Negative 1. If it's a reciprocal, I have to get 1. If it's a negative reciprocal, I have to get negative 1. Okay? So, 1/2 times negative 2 gives me negative 1. So this is my negative reciprocal. Is this clear?
Yes.
So, what is the type of problem that you are going to get? You're going to say, find the equation in slope-intercept form of a line that passes through -3 to 4, -3. They give you 2 points. They don't ask you to graph it. They just want the slope-intercept form.
M
Meaning,
equals y2 minus y1.
mx plus b. We know that m is
y2 minus y1 over x2. Y plus. Oh, okay, got it.
okay, because this is m, right?
Yes.
So all I have to do is stick it in there. So I've got 2 plus 3, because it's minus 3. Can I do it either way? Yes, as long as I keep the order. Minus 3, minus 4. X plus b. So I've
No,
got,
we already have x.
yes, I'm getting it. So this would be 5 over -7 x plus b. Now I have to find the b. How do I find the b? I've got an x and a y. Can it be either one?
Yes.
Absolutely. So all I do is substitute either one of them, and I've got 2 equals
-5 times
-5 over 7
times 2.
times
2.
what?
3.
-3. No. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm using this one.
Uh-huh.
Plus b. You find b and
Yeah.
you're good to go, because it's the only one you don't have. Okay?
15 over 7.
Now, what if they give you the following? And this is as far as I'm going to go on this. Find the equation of, this is example 10.2. Find the equation of the line that passes through the point. So you've got an x and a y. And is perpendicular to this line. 3y plus 4x equals 2. Now you remember that everything that somebody, in word problems, everything that is given to you is a bit of information to solve the mystery, right? So, what is that? Why do I even care that they are perpendicular? What information is something perpendicular to the line I'm looking for? What information does it give me?
That is
The negative reciprocal of what?
Oh.
Of the slope.
Negative
So
half.
with that, I can find the slope.
First you gotta leave y by itself.
First, you've got to leave y by itself. Very good, sir. So we've got minus 4x plus 2
divided by 3.
divided by 3. So my m is -4/3. But it's telling me that it's perpendicular.
Times negative half.
So my m perpendicular, which is the one I want,
3 over 4.
is 3 over 4. Now, I can use it here. And I've got that y equals 3 over 4, the one I'm looking for, x plus b. And then you can just stick these in here, and you got the b, and you're good to go. Woo, okay?
Yeah.
Easy? Now, if it had been parallel, then I would have used this one. Right? Rational denominators, I don't think you have a problem with that. Do you? I'll show you.
Wait a minute, don't erase, please.
I have to erase this one.
Okay, yeah.
So do you remember how to do this? And they ask you to get rid of the radical in the denominator. Remember how to do this? Yeah. What do you multiply by this loose?
The bottom. Plus.
Y plus
easier to get rid of.
But why is it easier? Why does it have to be plus and it cannot be minus? Because if I do minus,
We're not getting rid of it.
I'm not getting rid of it because what I would have is this. And that gives me as a result
That's worth.
3 things.
Yeah.
Remember?
There we go.
Miss, but then you have to make the top the same, right?
Exactly, because what is the only number you can multiply by and get the same exact thing? And how do you get a 1? Divided by itself. So, I'm really multiplying times 1.
That's always we don't have to.
Okay? Do you see that that's a 1?
Yeah.
So I can. Do you know how to do this?
Yeah.
Pretty good?
Peace.
In the bottom you would have 2 squared minus 3 square root of 3 squared, which is final 1. Okay? Okay. And then the top row you get what you get. Okay? And
That's all.
That's it.
completing the square, you remember how to complete the square?
How?
Just more?
Yeah, we do.
How?
Just give an example.
Just really quickly. A perfect
Square. Square.
trinomial
Square.
square. That's the one that looks like this. X squared plus 2xy. This is always a plus. Y squared. That's a perfect trinomial square. Okay? So if I have, for example, x squared plus 2x plus 1, is that a perfect trinomial square?
No.
Let's see.
Yeah.
This has to be, what's the square root of this? X. The square root of this? 1. X times 1 times 2, does it give me the middle one? It does. So this is a perfect trinomial square. What is a perfect trinomial square? It's this. It comes from this. A plus b squared gives me a perfect trinomial square. So this is the result of
Oh, we made it like that.
x
Okay.
plus y squared. Okay? Is it clear? And why is it always 2 in the middle? Why? Because,
It wants to be.
no, because when I multiply, let's say that I have 3x plus y squared. I do 3x plus y, and I multiply. And I get y squared, 3xy, oh look, twice. 9x squared. Always!
Miss, can we do it mentally?
Of course you can.
Without a procedure?
Absolutely. If you're still doing it this way now, I'd be worried. But if I have, for example, so mentally, if you want to do it mentally, if I have 2x plus 4a squared, what does that give me?
4x squared
Uh-huh.
plus
Twice this one times this one.
8xa plus 8xa,
16.
16xa.
Because look, it's twice.
Okay. But it said 8xa.
16 is a.
Okay? Now, is it clear what a perfect square is? A perfect trinomial square and where it comes from, and why it has to have twice the square roots of these in the middle? Is it clear? But
Yes.
because it's clear, now you can complete the square. Because what is it that you're trying to do? You're trying to get a perfect trinomial square from something that isn't. So, if they give you this, what do you do? Well, first we organize it because that's really ugly.
So it equals 0.
Plus,
Minus
minus x equals minus 5. Okay?
X equals 0.
I'm going to divide everything because I'm going to leave this one by itself because it's easier that way. Minus 1/3 of x equals minus 5/3. Okay. I need to make this a perfect trinomial square so that I can get something like this. what is the number I have to put here?
You have to multiply times half and then
I
square.
have to divide this by 2, remember, because this one's always twice of everything. So this has to be by half. And that means this one's always a plus. That means this is 1/6, correct?
Squared.
If I multiply this.
That's right.
But this one has to be squared, remember?
Yes.
So what goes in here? And what I do on one side,
I do to the other side.
okay? And then you continue, because then what is the whole point of this? Your objective is always to find x, to always leave it by itself. And if I have all these x's here, it's harder to leave by itself. Eventually, you're going to use the quadratic formula. But this is another way of solving the same thing. You can't factor, so let's do it this way. Okay? Once you get this, then the x is by itself.
Can I just use the quadratic formula?
No, you cannot, because it says by completing the square.
Okay.
And my job is also to teach you how to follow instructions. Okay?
For the quadratic.